Hi, Alex here from Rebeloper.com and welcome back to another awesome tutorial in the Rebeloper Messages tutorial series. And today we are going to talk about our assets and some setup. So without further ado, let's dive into it. Okay, now first thing you are most probably interested in is how can I change the stickers or how can I change these buttons? Well, it is pretty simple. You just go ahead and select the assets.xcode assets folder in Xcode, or you could just simply right click on any of these and make them show in Finder, and then you just simply replace these. Make sure that the sizes are the same, like the dimension that is mentioned here. So 408 by 408, and all of the other category buttons go as well by 408 by 408. And here we have our frequently used button that is basically the same. And now let's take a look at the check mark, and it's a little bit well, it is not that of the dimension the others. Now the most important part here is the stickers images. So these are plain PNG images and they are 408 by 408. So go ahead and you should be making these of this dimension too. And basically that's it. Let's take a look at the stickers background. And this is a huge background suitable for all device types. So go ahead and make sure that it is this large. Okay, and that is it. Now let's talk about the app icons, because they are a little bit different than all of the other resources. Here I have the iMessage app icon and the basic app icon. Now I use UIKit for my icons to be made. What I need to add here is the 1024 by 1024 size, basically the largest icon, and then this will create these app icons. So let's close that. Okay, now that is it for the assets, and let's go ahead down. About the flat UI colors, we will use these colors later on in the categories data plist file. Now let's take a look at the launch screen.storyboard, and as I have already told you, this is just a plain old background with the Rebeloper Messages icon image. So this is a separate image in the assets folder. Okay, now let's take a look at the setup, and we are not going to bother about these in-app purchase IDs because we will cover them in a later tutorial. We are going to take a look at the setup. Now in the setup here we have some static LED constants where you can set them up. So let's go through each and every one of these. Now first up we have app behaves as sticker pack, and it is set to false. Now once this is set to false, you are basically using the extension as an iMessage app, which means that you cannot peel the stickers. And once you send the stickers, they all have these, let's say, the bubble of your chat, and they have the icon of your iMessage extension. Right, I believe it's on the right of the sticker. Okay, if you set this to true, then the app behaves as a sticker pack, so you no longer get the bubble, and you can simply peel off the sticker or just send the sticker as you like, and you won't have, of course, the icon of your app inside the bubble, which is also missing. Now, next up is app uses in-app purchases. Now, if you set this to true, then you will have in-app purchases and you can tweak them and add them and so on. But if you don't, if you set this to false, it will mean that all of your stickers are for free. And of course, you will still need to tweak the stickers data.plist file to make sure that your stickers are actually set as free. But this is where you set up, let's say, the logic that this app doesn't use any in-app purchases, so it doesn't require in-app purchase IDs and so on. Okay, app has only one consumable in-app purchase. Now, we are using the stickers as non-consumables. Let's say we have a category that you want to sell, or maybe you just want to sell a part of that category. That is a non-consumable. But if you have only one non-consumable, then you can set this to true. So if app uses in-app purchases is set to false, then no in-app purchases at all. If you want just one category, then you have to set this app has only one non-consumable in-app purchase to true. Okay, now if you set this to false, then you will not have any non-consumables, so you should just leave it as is if you want to have in-app purchases in your app. Next up is app uses subscription in-app purchases, and this is set to false, but we can also change it to true. And this means that besides having those non-consumables or not having those non-consumables, you can set these locked stickers to be unlocked via subscriptions, and we will talk about that in the stickers data and of course the Rebeloper store config.plist file in a later video. But for now, do know that you can let's say leash your stickers on a subscription base, and that is very unique and awesome to these let's say iMessage sticker packs. Next up we have our number of stickers in a row, and the same for the iPad. Basically how many stickers there will be in a row of stickers, and that is 3 and 7 for the iPhone and iPad respectively. Okay, that is pretty simple. You can change this if you want. It's basically if you have a lot of stickers, then you should maybe bump up 3 to 7 and 7 to, let's say, 20. It doesn't really matter, it automatically scales to your needs. Now, frequently used stickers max count. Now, if you are setting app behaves as sticker pack to false, then you can have these frequently used stickers, and you can set the maximum amount that will be shown in this so-called category, the frequently used category, and that is when you tap on that start button in the categories list. So then is default, you can change it to whatever you like. Well, you should make sure that this is not higher than the total amount of your stickers. Okay, next up we have our shop title, and that is categories. Basic stuff, you can change this to whatever you like shop or store or whatever. Universal category title. Now, once you go into one of those categories, you will see the header to be changed to stickers. Now, if you set this to an empty string, then the category display name will be fetched from the categories data.plist file. So basically, let's just go into this, and if you just select your display name for, let's say, item 1, that is category 1. So it will not just say stickers, it will say category 1 or category 2 or whatever you say, like cats, dogs, and so on, emojis, whatever. Now, let's go down and take a look at this keychain sharing prefix and the keychain sharing access group. And we will wrap this tutorial up with this information, and we are going to set up keychain sharing access because the main app and the extension is communicating through keychain. So this is a prefix that is unique to your app. And if you want to change this, let's say after you released your app, that is basically losing your users' data, because if you change this, even if they have those data on their keychain, they will not be able to fetch it. They will just basically need to restore all of their purchases and they will be off to go. Now, the keychain sharing access group, and as you can see here, I have my so-called Apple ID and com.rebeloper.rebeloperMessages 12, and I will change this to tutorial, and maybe grab this second part of it. So I'm just copying it. And now let's set up our keychain access groups. First of all, let's select our project and select our first target, the Rebeloper Messages target, and go to capabilities and just scroll down till you see keychain sharing. Now you could just simply click on this plus button, so let's do that. And as you can see, it added Rebeloper com.rebeloper.rebeloperMessages tutorial because it's fetched the bundle ID. Now let's delete this first one, so we can only have this one. Okay. If you take a look at the Rebeloper Messages entitlements now, you can see that it has been changed. Now here you can see the app identifier prefix, and that is those numbers and letters that you could see in the setup. Now one last thing you need to do is go to the extensions of the capabilities of your extension. Just scroll down again and add a new one here. As you can see, it automatically added the bundle identifier of your extension. Now because we need the same group, and then we just need to edit this, so I will just paste that in. So Rebeloper Messages tutorial, and I will just delete the standard default one. Now if you double check your extension entitlements, you will see that it's the same as in the Rebeloper Messages main app entitlements. So that is that, and now your extension can communicate with your app and vice versa. Now that is it for this tutorial. In the next one we are going to take a look at the categories data and maybe at the stickers data.plist file. Now I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and hit that notification bell. You will get notified when I release these new tutorials. And as always, I will see you in the next one.